Hey guys! So as mentioned before in our intro video, Anthony and I are engaged. Yep, engaged. So I thought the other day while Anthony and I were out to dinner at sushi, we were trying to figure out what the heck to talk to you guys about. So I figured out why not do a Wedding Wednesday update and kind of bring you guys up to speed on where we are in planning our wedding. We got engaged back in October, and that's all I'm going to tell you guys. It was kind of funny. It's a funny story. If you want to know, comment down below and maybe I'll go into more detail next time or in another video. So since I was a little girl, I kind of knew that I always wanted to have this nice princess wedding. My girlfriends and I talked about getting married all the time. So I kind of already had an image for my wedding, but not exactly knew what the heck I wanted to do when it came down to it. So I drove my mom nuts for the first few months of being engaged. I had this huge list of things to do that I found out in a wedding planner, and I was like, what the heck? That's so much things. How am I going to get this stuff done from another state? What the heck? I need the help of my mom. So gratefully, my mom's able to help me out and plan this huge wedding that my mom and I have always talked about. Anthony and I knew that we were going home in December for Christmas. So we got engaged in October. We knew we were going home in December. So between October and December, Anthony and I chose the venue. We knew kind of where we wanted to get married. We narrowed it down to a few places, but we chose a venue before we arrived in December. I flew out to California a few days before Anthony did, and I started my wedding journey and my wedding planning basically the day after I got to California. So the first day I got there, my mom and I went to lunch and we went shopping for Christmas because I had to get the last Christmas presents that I needed on my checklist done before I totally went into wedding mode. So we did that, and then the next day came around and we started the wedding planning bright and early. I think it was like 10 o'clock. We had an appointment with the wedding coordinator at our venue. Boom, check, that was done. We chose the linens and the tables and how our tables were going to be set up. Boom, check, that was done. And where we were going to have our wedding at the venue. There's different locations to get married. We chose that. Boom, check, that was done. Estimated how many people we were going to have off of what Anthony and I had discussed before. Boom, check, that was done. Venue, done. Then my mom was like, Katie, we have to get on your dress shopping. So the fun part started. I had spoken with one of my friends and she was at a bridal shop, so I knew I kind of wanted to go see her there and check out what she had. I went there and the dresses were beautiful, don't get me wrong. They just weren't my style. So I'm not a skinny little tiny thing that could just wear any dress. The dresses there I felt were more for that type of body. I mean, I'm sure that they fit every type of body, but I'm just real self-conscious about my body and I don't like to show off certain parts of it. But I feel like my dress does a good job of showing off my assets. It was a whole weekend. We had a whole weekend that I had to wait before I tried on another wedding dress. So in the meantime, my mom has her annual family Christmas party on Saturday. Anthony still hasn't arrived to California. And my whole family's going to be there, and I'm wearing this rock on my hand. So, lo and behold, I have to tell my whole family now that we're engaged. Boom, check, that was done. Then I think Anthony arrived on Sunday. So we spent the day together, blah, 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 and then Monday came back around and it was time to do business. So I started my dress shopping, I think it was like 9 o'clock when the store opened, and my mom and I and my maid of honor were there. And we're like, we're going to get this done. This is the last day I have to do this, and we have to find my dress, my mom's dress, Charisma's dress, my maid of honor, and my bridesmaid's dresses. All in that day. I was freaking out. It was so much pressure. We get there and the bridal consultant is pulling on my dresses that she thinks will look good on me, and I try a few on, and then I try my dress on. My jaw dropped. Charisma was zipping me up, and I was like, oh my gosh, Charisma, I think this is my dress. And so we went out, and then they have these they open these French doors, and you have this beautiful dress on, and you go out and you stand on this pedestal, and there's a huge mirror. So I did that, and my mom's sitting out there, and she just looked at me and said, Katie, that is your dress. So ever since then, my mom had an aha moment, and I had an aha moment like, ah, I found my dress. Boom, check, that was done. So right after I found my dress, I immediately called Anthony's mom and his grandma, and I'm like, you have to come see my dress. So they did. They came and saw my dress. I had found my dress. I got out of it. My mom's like, okay, we have to order this dress. We ordered my dress. Then, right to business, we found the bridesmaids' dresses. They are super pretty, I think. They're very different. I've never seen one like it before. Then we had to find Charisma's dress. I was super against her wearing black to my wedding. And I even told my mom, no, you cannot wear black to my wedding. The dresses were done. My mom found her dress. It's very pretty. It's a beautiful chiffon dress. It matches perfectly with the wedding, and she looks great in it. Dresses were done. And then I had to go meet with the photographer. I met with my photographer. She's amazing. Eternal Inspirational Photography. Her name's Angela, and she's amazing. She takes beautiful pictures. So we found our photographer. Oh, we asked our party, four of our closest friends, to be part of our wedding. So that was basically what happened in December. We did all of those things, and then we had Christmas and Christmas, and then we flew home, and then we had New Year's, head home, and then we went back to work. So Anthony and I got home, and we had a few things to discuss. Our wedding coordinator had mentioned that where we were invited to their yearly wedding tasting in March. So Anthony and I thought about it, and at first we were like, no, there's no way, we're not going to be able to get there, and we're not going to be able to, fly there just for a tasting for our wedding. But lo and behold, we did. We got there, it was just for one weekend, and there was so much to do. What else? We took our engagement pictures in March. I had my bridal shower with some friends and my family, and that was a lot of fun. Because in the meantime, with Anthony and I being home from December to March, we had registered. So that was a lot of fun. We went to the tasting, which took up a whole day. We found our bakery for our cake. Boom, check, that was done, which our cake is beautiful. My dad actually chose the design of my cake. He sent me a picture. It was so funny. They were at the Frosted Cakery in Fresno, and he's like, Katie, what do you think of this cake? And I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, it's amazing. So that's the cake we chose. I got home, and I had this app on my phone, and I started checking things off, and I'm like, shoot, we need our invitations. Had a little trouble with our invitations, but we finally just ordered them recently. I think it was last week my mom placed the order for the invitations. So those are done. Boom, check, that was done. And then we also chose our rehearsal dinner because we got back and I found out that we hadn't booked our rehearsal dinner for our wedding. We knew that we had a time for the rehearsal, but we just hadn't booked the dinner. So Anthony and I recently just chose our food for our rehearsal dinner. And most recently, we chose our officiant, which is pretty awesome because it's Anthony's really good friends. Really good friend, Michael Rosenthal. Anthony and Joyce have been friends for a long time, and I remember a long time ago Anthony mentioning that they were ordained. So I was kind of like stuck, and I had no idea where to start looking for our officiant because we just didn't want anything religious. We just wanted to be casual and have fun, and I immediately thought of Michael. So we messaged Michael and we FaceTimed with him and got things squared away. Yay, Michael's going to be part of our wedding. So, in this short period of time that we were in California, for those 2 trips, we accomplished so much. Like I said, it's just been a crazy roller coaster ride, but we have had fun and enjoyed it each step of the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, we'll be doing this every Wednesday. I'm not quite sure if I'll do it every single Wednesday because now that we have the majority of our stuff done, there's just not really much to talk about. But if you have any questions for me, or if you're planning a wedding and you're like, oh my gosh, Caitlin, have you done this? Or where did you find this? Just comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or comments that you guys have for me. Planning a wedding's stressful, and like I said, I have big props out to my mom because she's been like my wedding coordinator, and she has a job of her own. She helps raise my brothers at home and takes care of my dad and everybody else, and I just really am thankful for my mom in California. But and everybody that's been helping me, everybody has been a huge help. All my vendors, all my friends, they've all been so supportive, and we love you guys, and we hope to talk to you guys soon. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and be sure to subscribe and like our videos. Bye!